We thank you so much for joining in. It's UBC Lunchtime. My name is Michael Jordan Lukoma, and this is what we have for you this afternoon. Serena Hotels training program concludes with high-level recognition Ecole Hotel Lausanne, and we have the details to this.
We are here to invest in people, because at the end of the day, people who matter. Product can be built up by anyone, but it will only work when people are trained, they understand the dynamics.
But also I want to say that Uganda Tourism Board is championing, One Africa tourism. So as this is happening under the organization of Serena as a group, I believe we are going to be the easiest partner for us to actually champion, the tourism in Africa.
People are afraid of traveling because of the current situation of the world. But this is the sales and marketing job to make them, to give them that comfort that our hotels are safe, our countries are safe, and they can travel freely, and they can come and enjoy the hospitality of Serena Hotels.
I need to see the room that I'm getting. Does it have a desk? Does it have the basic things for a business traveler? Because that will make me be able to pay. Not that you want me because I have the money, I am able to pay your room category. So this is where now as salespeople, we come in to define and differentiate our product and services to target the right customer. Because if I know this is the customer, what they want, I'll be able to give them the right product.
Rwanda University has signed a memorandum of understanding with Nanjing University of Information Science and Technology to partner with the School of Environment and Geographical Science, doing exchange students for training. According to Dr. Bob Alex Ogwang, the Executive Director, Uganda National Meteorological Authority, the academic cooperation aims at strengthening joint climate science research about climate change affecting the country. Rwanda University has expressed commitment to work with Nanjing University in research proposals and stress the need for infrastructures.
The two institutions, but majorly you have put emphasis on student and staff exchanges and joint research programs. The field of atmospheric sciences, meteorology, which is the main focus of this cooperation, is very important, especially for our country, Uganda, which depends on rain-fed agriculture, and also in this era of climate change, where strengthening this discipline will be important for successful adaptation and mitigation of climate change.
You are aware that because of climate change, we are already seeing the temperatures rising more or less steadily in the country. Different regions, temperatures are rising differently. We have also seen the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events increasing. We've seen changes in the onset of rainfall, cessation, basically the length of the rain season has greatly changed. And by this university, a great university, Makerere, collaborating with Nanjing University of Information Science and Technology, we expect enhanced research in climate science. And this is good for the country.
So we share training. I think you heard about the 2+2, where students can do 2 years in Uganda and 2 years in China. And that blend is very, very important for national development. They told you they have over 50 professors of atmospheric science. In Uganda, if I may say, we don't even have a single professor. We're just starting up. I'm a senior lecturer and a few senior lecturers. If you talk about the PhDs, there are very few people with PhDs in atmospheric science.
So the students here can get the 2 degree, the certificates from both sides, and we will also share the resources in both teaching and research, and also the 2+2 program will help to upgrade the collaboration level between Makerere and NUist.
Police commanders in Karamoja sub-region have called on other security agencies to come and work hand in hand with them to restore peace in the area. The SSP, this was at a function where SCP Elias Kasirabo was handing over to another commandant, ACP Francis Chemusto. Kasirabo was appointed Deputy Director Human Resource at Police to serve in Kampala at the police headquarters.
Thank you very much.
Senior Commissioner of Police Elias Kasirabo has handed over office as the Anti-Stock Theft Unit Commandant to Assistant Commissioner of Police Francis Chemusto. Kasirabo was appointed in March 2021 during significant insecurity marked by commercialized raids, road ambushes and illicit alcohol issues. An animal checkpoint squad led by Webson Mugabe was established on September 4th, 2021, targeting illegal livestock trade and illicit waraji. Kasirabo formalized 21 livestock markets across Karamoja's 9 districts and established cattle routes from Moroto to Kotido, Napak to Katakwi, Soroti, and Amdat to Nakapilipilit, Moroto, Katakwi, Soroti. He created 3 verification centers for animal movements in Moroto, Karenga and Kweni, leading to arrests of leaders, businessmen and veterinary doctors collaborating with cattle thieves. Legal documentation for livestock buyers became mandatory, reducing commercialized raids. Kasirabo also established 24 checkpoints, relocated the unit's headquarters to Moroto, and introduced canine units across Karamoja. Chemusto, previously the commander of Mount Moroto, thanked Kasirabo for his mentorship.
We are going to continue from where you have left and even have it more better with still your continuous guidance.
SSP Latif Zake took over as Deputy Anti-Stock Commandant, with Major General Don William Nabasa officiating the ceremony.
So instrumental in our operations here. In disarmament operations, usalama kwa wote. For the last 1 year that I've been here, I can testify that he's one of the most reliable commanders that Uganda Police Force is lucky to have.
Security operatives in Karamoja now face challenges from Kenyan pastoralists, the Pokot, crossing the border for water and pasture. Maureen Yiga compiled this report.
The outgoing regional
UBC Lunchtime News. Reports of teachers abandoning classroom for outside work have surfaced in Rengo district. In a recent general meeting at Kaikorongo Seed School, district officials issued a stern warning to educators who prioritize bricklaying, charcoal burning and other pursuits over students' learning. This concerning trend, officials say, is a major contributor to the school's poor performance in the district. The meeting, which brought together education officials, parents and students, aimed at addressing the issues of impact on students' learning in the whole district.
Affecting the performance of learners in the schools. The moment teachers have to dodge lessons, dodge classes, and even the students, it affects their learning in school, and even the performance will not be the result as we have been planned. Therefore, we are asking and directing the teachers to ever be regular at the stations, and whoever is not at the station is found out is liable to punish.
I'm Nachiria Dalia, the editor at Kaikorongo Secondary School. I'm really very grateful to the government of Uganda for the continuous support. We are really very grateful. One, for empowering women, for empowering a girl child, because some of us are product of of the government support in education. We really thank the government. One, another thing for the providence they've provided us. The other time we made the request and it was broadcasted. We're requesting fund extension.
Yes, sir. President of Tua okusubira okubeera kw'abaana baffe bano. Naye siboga bwe twagambye bwe njogedde mu okugera kwange. Waliwo ebyetaago ebimu abazadde bano biki okugeza ng'okuliisa abaana bano toyire kyeguddemuko webityo naye nga babasazeewoko kiva mu nteeseganya abazadde bano
kyetaagiza okugoba omwana
sebo nyongereyoko omwana talina buzibu bonna omwana alina kuba mu klaasi obudde bwonna kinavudde ngamba nti abazadde we ticca munoonye engeri gye mufuna okuyambwako kw'essomero naye nga temuzzayo ki temuzzayo mwana
ndowooza DE abadde mulambulufu
wano tetugoba baana tubatuma okusinziira ku ekyo ekyakkanyizibwako tuwa ekyokulabirako ekyokulabirako muli tulina abaana abasula wano nga babeerawo ennaku 9 mu nnaku 9 basasula emitwalo 3 ku mitwalo 3 bw'okalikuleetinga omwana ekyemisana ekyeggulo n'obugi ku makya
disamusibe DEA musibe tayagala kuwulira nti abaana be tebakola ki ali nno mwabakiikira abazadde ku bukiiko obwo obwa PTA.
Forum for Democratic Change Party faction of Nanjing has started mobilizing members for electronic identity card registration processes. While engaging the party members in West Nile, FDC Deputy President in charge of Northern Uganda, Kapsa Hassan Fungaru, said that FDC is responding to a changing world where digitization is set at the core of everything.
These meetings are to plan for the launching of the e-registration system, the electronic registration system of the FDC, and we are going to issue party membership cards to replace the old ones which we had. In the past, from the time when the FDC was formed in 2004-05, members would come, get registered in the blue books of the FDC, and they would be given party membership cards which are made of paper. The membership card of the FDC after this is going to look like this, because FDC sees necessary for the party to grow with the growing world. This small thing you are seeing, like you are preparing people to launch the electronic membership card, is a sign of a big thing, a shift to the .com world. It was launched in Kampala in a ceremony led by the party president, His Excellency Engineer Patrick Amora Toboy, the party secretary general Honorable Nandala Mafabi, and the other top leaders. It was decided in the policy and program making bodies of the party that such a launch, which was done there in Kampala, should be done in the sub-regions of Uganda. Uganda is divided according to us, and maybe other people also have similar divisions. We have 21 sub-regions hosted by the executive committee.
We thank you so much for watching. Let's take a short break. Keep it with us.
Amanya gange nze Namtebi Sharon nga nkolera wano wennyini Saka Kirombe oba Makindye. Empangula gye nawanguddemu ssente mbadde nga nkozesa mobile money nga nsindika school fees w'omwana ku ssomero. Okutegeera nti mpangudde, nze mutima neegambye nti kambalinde bamale okujja ndyoke nzikirize nti mpangudde. Kyennyinza okubagamba nti si byabafere, weewaawo abafere gye bali, naye enamba eriemu yokka era bw'eba ekukubidde omanye eyo si y'abafere. Mpulira bulungi nnyo era ndi musanyufu nnyo. MTN mobile money mbebaza nnyo mwebale nnyo mwebalire.
Together we're unstoppable.
Predict the outcome of 10 football games and win big with tickets at only 500 shillings. Play for this Friday's draw to stand a chance to win big with Sports Stake 10.
Buy your tickets at authorized shops on nationallottery.go.ug to download the app or simply dial *278#.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
BBC Lunchtime News, thank you so much for watching. Cattle farmers in Ngoma and Nakaseke district have been advised to form a union as a path that will facilitate them to start a milk factory of their own. Ngoma ranks among the best milk production areas in Uganda with 2.5 million litres per month. This was at a formal opening of Migani Farmers Cooperative, still in Nakaseke district.
The founder of Greater Ngoma Development Foundation, Professor Ahebwa Wilbur Manyisa, wants dairy farmers in Greater Ngoma to join their cooperatives into a union so as to qualify for a milk factory in this area. Professor Ahebwa was officiating the formal opening of Migani Farmers Cooperative Society in Nakaseke district.
The long-term objective, of course, is to work with government so that we can be able to set up our own milk factory. We have got a number of challenges here because whenever milk is picked from here, first of all, farmers need to buy trucks, which is very expensive. And then these trucks have to drive a long way from here to Sunju so that they can take milk to Jessa. Now, that is very challenging because sometimes they line up and at times the milk goes bad before they pour the milk in, which leads to losses as far as farmers are concerned. So we think if we pool all different cooperatives in Greater Ngoma and we make our union active, and then we work with the government and we start a milk factory here, definitely our milk will, reach the factory in a very short time.
The chairperson for the Migani Farmers Cooperative Society, Sunday Stephen, said that this cooperative began in 2021. He, however, says they are facing a problem of poor roads necessary to transport their milk to the market. Charity Nahabwe, UBC News, Ngoma, Nakaseke.
The Uganda Institute of Banking and Financial Services, in partnership with the Kenya Institute of Bankers, the Tanzania Institute of Bankers, have held their 21st East African Banking School Conference with the aim of bringing together banking and financial services professionals from across East Africa and beyond to discuss the latest trends, challenges and opportunities in the industry.
And we are today the host of the 21st East African Banking School Conference, which is hosted together with the Kenya Institute of Bankers and the Tanzania Institute of Bankers. The theme for this year's conference is the role of financial services in developing sustainable regional economies. And for today, in the conference, we are covering several things. We are going back to basics and talking about ethics and integrity, particularly in the face of dynamic change of our industry, but also in the face of deteriorating ethics and integrity and professionalism that we want to bring back, of course, accorded by the different things that are happening, including technology and the different innovations that are taking place. We will also be talking about environmental, social, and governance, as we know very well that as we finance development, there are also other issues that come along, for instance, the effects on the environment. We also know that we have also got to be thinking about issues of financial inclusion and issues of education, issues of water, sanitation, hygiene. How does the financial services sector contribute to improving the livelihoods of our people, particularly as the major clientele for the industry? And of course, it goes without saying that governance is critical. Governance is critical. First away, we govern ourselves as organizations, as a financial services sector, but also the governance of the clients, the companies that we finance.
This tradition has started since the early 2000s. And you can imagine that our role as institutes continues to transform as we continue to represent and to redefine the national identity in the banking sectors, but also taking into account the regional collaborations and partnerships and our role in the region as nations that are running banking institutions. The East African community has responded also to the growing waves of change over the years, more recently growing to more than 6 member states, including Rwanda, Burundi, Southern Sudan, and DRC. And our banking sectors have grown also, with some of the banks in Tanzania moving into the region, namely CRDB in Burundi and DRC, CRDB Bank PLC, but also some local banks moving into other areas as well. We've seen also region.
For us, this event is a continuation of our partnership with institutes in Uganda and Tanzania. Following up from what we did in Tanzania last year, we had a very good event talking about data governance, and the theme this year has been transformed to our next step, talking about sustainable economies in our regions.
While celebrating 60 years of existence in the banking sector, DFCU Bank has achieved a lot in different sectors, more so in uplifting the communities they serve. The chairman of the board of directors, DFCU, Jimmy D. Mugera, says that they have over 54 branches countrywide, which their networks undertook impactful local initiatives complemented by transformative programs such as Women in Business, Rising Woman, the SME Business Accelerator and Agribusiness Development Center, among many others.
One being corporates or large companies or businesses, the second one being commercial or small businesses, the third one is enterprise, which is the SMEs, which are the very small ones, and then individuals. We have clear value drivers, and this speaks to how do we drive value, how do we create value for the shareholders and for stakeholders. The first one is that we do it through engaging and working with our customers. Secondly, we work with our staff and employees to create value. Then we manage our risk. In other words, even though we're creating value, we do not want to lose that value through bad practices or the fraud or cyber and other things. So we manage our risk. We also look at our operational efficiencies that we bring an efficient business that's able to sustainably develop and be able to meet your obligations in an efficient, timely, and effective way.
Fully regulated, we are compliant, we have paid the compliance fees that is required by Bank of Uganda, by the Securities Exchange, and CMA. So at that level already, we are very, very compliant, and we are very, very cognizant of the environment, social and governance. And she has to be compliant.
One of the policies that we're compliant on is the capital requirement. We're one of the first ones to be compliant, but also we operate in a stable and safe environment, which the government, I believe, has provided for us to be able to do business. So we will.
Hi, My name is Rachel Nduhutiri and I am a Ugandan actress and the winner of the Africa Monologue Challenge 2023. Now, thanks to your immense support, the Africa Monologue Challenge Season 2 is coming to Uganda between July 25th and August 20th. Africa Monologue Challenge is looking for passionate Ugandan storytellers to take part in a Pan-African short film that will showcase Uganda to the rest of the world. To be a part of this, all you have to do is weave a captivating narrative that captures Uganda's cultural heritage while fostering connections between 10 diverse individuals from 10 African countries. This short film will be shared to over 50 film festivals. Now, to find information on the AMC 2024 finalists, visit www.africamonologue.com. Please submit your short script, which should be 10 pages for a short film between 10 to 15 minutes, to africamonologue@gmail.com before 30th June 2024. Now, let's talk about rewards. The selected script will have the writer's full name in the end credits. You will get a chance to collaborate with amazing filmmakers from all over the world. You will get a small token for your creativity, and you remain with full ownership of your script. Let's work together to create a Pan-African film that will echo African stories throughout the world.
Coming soon on UBC.
Welcome to Inside Broadcasting,
sharing with you the process behind what you see on the screens.
My name is Lorene Masika Kazimoto.
Step behind the scenes and witness the magic that brings your daily broadcasts to life.
That's why I come out openly to actually tell you that I'm an investigative journalist, that even when you see me here, I'm actually investigating you guys. So you should be aware about that.
Experience the hustle, the heart, and the human stories of our on and off-air staff.
I see my phone ringing and I'm like, ooh, which number is this? I hear the president on the other line.
The president of the Republic of Uganda.
Of Uganda, yes.
Be inspired, amazed, and part of the journey that powers Uganda's most captivating TV and radio moments.
Because good broadcast comes down to an individual. They should be artistic.
This is Inside Broadcasting.
Inside Broadcasting.
Inside Broadcasting with Mark Wadula.
Coming soon on UBC.
UBC Lunchtime News. Rwandan President Paul Kagame is this Monday facing two opposition candidates in a presidential race being held 30 years after the 1994 genocide against Tutsi ethnic.
Since 1994, President Paul Kagame has led the governing Rwandan Patriotic Front. He was elected Rwanda's president in April 2000. Under his leadership, the country has experienced sustainable development and economic growth. Kagame, eligible under Rwandan law to seek 2 additional 5-year terms, is expected to secure re-election in the coming polls. 2 candidates are challenging him, independent candidates Philip Maimana and Frank Habineza of the Democratic Green Party. Despite his party's limited electoral success in previous campaigns, Frank Habineza remains undeterred. The Democratic Green Party, which won the parliamentary seats in the 2018 elections, is campaigning across Rwanda, recently focusing efforts in the district of Bugesera. Several Rwandans attending Frank Habineza's campaign rally expressed satisfaction with his promises, opting instead to support Kagame due to his demonstrated accomplishments. I am very skeptical about voting for Frank Habineza. I want to see the country prosper and move forward. And we can only move forward with President Paul Kagame, who has already shown us what he's capable of. Maimana, who garnered minimal support in his 2017 run for president, has reaffirmed his commitment to Rwanda's progress during a recent news conference on July 19th. He expressed confidence in this year's election, saying that Rwandans now better understand the democratic process. Maimana told journalists acknowledging the achievements of the RPF while expressing his readiness to contribute further to the country.
We are competing in projects for the future. There are new things that I propose in tourism, in reforming our infrastructure, in completing what have begun by this incumbent regime.
A defiant former President Donald Trump will attend the full Republican National Convention just days after surviving an assassination attempt. A news correspondent in Milwaukee tells us how his supporters, after Saturday's shock, are now energized.
Prayers for former President Donald Trump,
and God told him to be strong and courageous,
who survived an assassination attempt on Saturday and flew to the Republican National Convention on Sunday.
The whole campaign has changed. The whole message has changed. Someone tried to kill our candidate.
A defiant Donald Trump posted on Truth Social that he cannot allow a potential assassin to force him to change his schedule.
Every time something happens to him, I feel like it solidifies his win even more. So he's kind of reached legendary status.
At a hotel across town, the South Carolina delegation was talking about Saturday and how it made them more determined. After the immediate shock of being hit on the top of his ear, Trump stood with his fist up and mouthed, "Fight."
The stand and fight, that iconic image now with the blood running down his face, the blue sky, the American flag. I mean, it's going to live.
The gunman used an AR-style rifle, often preferred by mass shooters. But delegates say its use on their candidate doesn't change the Republican Party's stance on gun control.
It's not the danger of the gun. It's what happens when a gun goes in the hand of the wrong person.
President Joe Biden Sunday reminded Americans that the country resolves its differences by voting and that violence is never the answer. He also ordered the U.S. Secret Service to review its safety measures at the Republican convention, already under tight security.
We thank you so much for watching. That is all we had for you this afternoon. More news will be your way in Uganda, Kiswahili, and I'll be here myself for news tonight. So you have all the reasons to keep it with us. Bye-bye. Enjoy the week.